Hello peeps, welcome back to a new Big Deck Players Club, the first of 2016. With me today I have Mr. Grayson from Proceed to Checkpoint.
Oh,
Grayson.
Have we started?
Grayson from Proceed to Checkpoint.
Hey, how's it going? I thought Matt wanted us to keep quiet while he did his intro. Sorry, my bad.
I've done the intro, I was introducing you, Jesus Christ.
Hi.
This is what I have to work with. And all the way from across the sea, our good friend, Supervin47.
Hello!
That's him from all the way across the sea. He's got a really loud voice.
He's really loud.
Really loud voice. How you guys doing? You alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty damn well.
Good. How's your road to legend going, Vin?
Okay, so I have a tip for you kids out there. Whenever you're trying for something, don't burn out. Okay?
Yeah.
Never ever burn out. Alright? So I went hard over Christmas break, like near the end of it. And then I was
Well,
like,
I get excited around Christmas as well, but there's no need to tell everyone on the internet.
God damn it, man. Okay, so well, that completely just shoved everything out of my mind.
Sorry. So you were going at it really hard over Christmas, right?
Yep.
Jesus.
Really
I went in deep.
Plowing it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I was going really hard. I got up to like rank 13, but that was only because I started. Oh.
Playing well?
Huh?
Playing well?
Yeah.
Playing good decks?
I was playing the druid one that you helped mix. That you helped me make.
Ah, yes.
I got up to rank 13, but then I was like, I can't. I was burning out. That was it. So kids, feel free to take a break,
Right.
for however long. I also read an article on one of the top legend players that he wrote, and what was his name? He was a coach for Trump, I think. He was he was
Right.
coaching Trump,
Was it
and
purple?
he said only play about an hour or two a day. That's how he coped with not burning out. So I've been taking a breather, and I'm gonna be ready to get back into it over the next coming weeks, and I'll probably be streaming it instead of just
Cool.
playing it on my mobile phone whenever I get the chance from work.
Yeah.
But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
Nice one, yeah.
yep.
Good. One of the main thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's something that we've kind of discussed a little bit on previous podcasts, is how easy it is for new players to get into playing the game. And it's something that lots of people have talked about and tried to figure out ways of dealing with it and whatever and what have you.
It's hard.
So I thought
Yep.
what I would do is go back through some of my old Big Deck player videos, like the very first before the Naxxramas came out. So anything before Naxxramas, and pick out a few of the decks that were some of the better ones or the ones that I liked the most or whatever. So I've got five decks here. I've got the Divine Priest, Low Cost Control Paladin, MMR Blast Mage, Low Cost Warrior, and the Poor Man's Beast Hunter. So we're gonna give these a try and see how well they hold up in ranked.
Okay.
I am prepared to lose ranks as a result of this.
Okay.
I think I'm at rank 14 currently, so it's kind of in the middle.
Okay. 2. You know.
Well, let's have a look. The Divine Priest, I uploaded that video on the 5th of March 2014.
Coming up on 2 years
So
now.
almost 2 years ago.
14.
Oh my
okay.
god. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost 2 years.
So in fact, all of these decks are almost 2 years,
Wow.
not 1 year.
Okay, I'm also curious to
2 years.
know if in another year or so the meta actually cycles itself. That these come back into style, or at least these are more
Maybe.
competitive.
I
Sort
am
of like,
doubtful.
Yeah.
No.
Well, considering by the time
In another year, there's going to be even more cards.
yeah, there'll be like 3-4 expansion packs by then, and other ones.
That's true.
We've stepped through the looking glass at this point. There's no going back.
Ah.
Unless some serious, power creep evasion takes place, like some revision of cards and things like that takes place. It's just gonna keep going.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're
No?
right. I don't think so. Like we've definitely talked about this before. Power creep, because that's how Blizzard makes the newer packs more appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
You know, with each subsequent expansion, each card is more powerful. You know, like it's not more powerful in terms of power creep, like say how Piloted Shredder changed the game, but it would be more powerful in terms of just generally.
But if you look at the way games like Magic the Gathering have dealt with it, like they do it in seasons, right? So that every 2 years or so, the entire deck set is changed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily mean that some cards aren't there anymore. It just means that some cards aren't allowed to be used in the current season. But if you are not playing competitively and things like that, you can still go ahead and use all the other cards that you've used previously. It's not an issue, right? So maybe Hearthstone could take a look at that kind of thing, and maybe in arena, or not even in arena, but in ranked, maybe use a current season and things like that. And then in casual, you can go ahead and use anything that you want or something like that from your own set. The only problem with that is that it's going to be a massive cash grab, right?
Yeah.
I've thought about that with my friend Aaron, and we were thinking for competitive or say ranking, maybe limit decks to say I don't know. Originally we thought about limiting them to say a dust limit.
Okay.
How much dust, but then thinking about it now, it might be too much geared more towards aggro if we put a dust limit.
Oh yeah, 100%, yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to balance it, and also because Magic the Gathering has had 20 years to deal with this problem, give or take.
Shit, yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's had.
I think Blizzard should probably have started to make classic packs cheaper by a considerable amount.
Yeah.
And they probably should have started to make Naxxramas as a solo adventure a
Cheaper.
lot cheaper than it was. So that new players don't have to go, oh, right, well, if I want to get this card, I've got to get the solo adventure for Naxxramas, and then I've got to get the solo adventure for Blackrock Mountain to get this card, and then I've got to get the solo adventures for the new one.
Well,
and that's they're, 30? I don't know how much they are, actually.
$20 a pop, isn't it?
No, they're 25.
$25 a pop, that's $75
Yep.
already.
Yep.
Just for the solo adventures.
Yeah, I feel like instead of doing the general power creep, just depreciate the value of all the older sets. You're right. The classic pack, we're what? How many of them? Goblins versus Gnomes, Grand Tournament.
So you got all the classic packs, then you got all the Goblins versus Gnomes, and then all the Grand Tournament.
They should depreciate the value of those cards, and I think it would be very helpful to do so. There's got to be a way around the power creep,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Blizzard are looking into it and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but we could do it for them right here, right now.
Yeah, we could. If we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah, if only.
If only. God damn. So, I think we can honestly say that
Power creep.
the decks, the before any of the expansions, don't work anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Not at this level of rank anyway. Not at rank 14 and 15. We won one game out of all the ones that we played.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, at rank 18, 19, 20, it might be a slightly different story, but it's unlikely. So, so what we can say is, if you're a new player and you're trying to get into Hearthstone, be prepared to spend a lot of money, basically, unless they do something about it, or be prepared to not do very well
for a long
and not
time.
be very competitive for a long time.
Yeah. Prepare to stay
is a shame.
around,
It's a
hover
real
around rank 20, 19. Yeah, 20 or 19.
Do your tavern brawls every week.
Yeah.
Do your daily quests every day. And that's about it. I mean, if you get a daily quest that only awards 40 gold, try and flip it. So you might get one that's worth more gold.
Actually, hang on. Before we end the podcast, let me take a look at what kinds of daily quests are there. Like, how many of them give out 40 versus how many of them give 50 or more?
There's the win 2 games with this or that. Which
Here we go.
Gold.
1, 2,
but they've introduced the
3,
win 3 games with a specific
6,
specific class, which is 50 gold, and then
7.
there's win 5 games for 60 gold.
There's also
and then there's
win 7
win
games
7
in any
games.
game mode for 100 gold.
Yeah, for 100 gold.
7. So okay. So
And the most of the
1,
you can
2,
do
3.
you can do the daily quests in the tavern brawl, casual and ranked,
So they're right now
and arena as well for most of them.
Right now there are 11 types of quests, and out of those 11 types, 7 of them only give 40 gold.
Yeah, so it's worth switching.
Yep.
If you've got one that only gives you 40 gold, switch it up. You might get something that gives you more gold as a result.
You'll never get lower, anyway.
Yeah.
You'll never get lower than
You'll
40.
Never get lower
Yeah.
than 40 gold. So it's worth doing.
Tip from the top.
Yep. Total dominance gives the most gold with 100. Win 7 games in any mode, even single player. Single player counts.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah,
So you might get that one.
good luck, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, a little experiment has shown that these decks don't really hold up against the decks.
They
that are being
don't
played
withstand the
nowadays.
test of time
Not really.
Unfortunately.
at all.
Not really. So if you're crafting stuff, it's probably worth crafting
The newer
the
stuff.
more recent stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with the most recent expansion and then work your way back.
Yeah. So stuff like Dr. Boom, even though he was the previous, but
GVG.
Dr. Boom still gets used in virtually everything. So he was Goblins versus Gnomes. I'm still working my way through this the new
Expansion.
the new expansion. I still have a few cards left. I think Dreadscale and Acidmore, I think, are the only two.
Yeah, but fuck them, they're shit.
I like Dreadscale. Dreadscale's not that bad.
Oh no, I have got Dreadscale. I can cross him off my list.
Yeah, Dreadscale's
list
not
of
that bad.
cards.
Acidmaw's the one that will kick you in the ass.
Okay, so Acidmore is the last legendary for me to get from this expansion.
Nice.
So that's why I've got 725 dust saved up, because I just save it all up and then craft one. But I still don't have a lot of cards. Like I still don't have any Koldara Drakes in the Mage.
Well, those are epics though, and epics are so much harder to get than legendaries. Why, I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't have either of them. It's almost everything else on the list is an epic. So
As per usual. Yeah.
yeah, as per usual.
yeah.
There's always the epics that I was missing last.
Guys, gals at all, don't expect epic cards. You might have to end up making those. So, because for some unknown reason, getting legendaries is easier than getting epics from our our collective experiences. So, be forewarned.
I would say save your dust for crafting stuff.
Yep.
And use the gold that you get to buy packs or go in arena runs. If you're a good player, then arena runs would probably be
Net bonus.
more
Yeah.
gold efficient.
You'd be net gain.
But you have to win at least, was it 5 or 6
7.
games in an arena?
7.
Is it 7?
7 if you
So
want.
you have to win
7 if you want to get the free run.
Yeah, so if you want to make your gold back, then you need to be doing 7 wins in an arena, which is not easy in my experience.
No.
I think I've only ever got 7 wins once.
I've gotten a handful, like not that many.
So,
It's hard.
So yeah, so
It's hard.
I don't really play arena because I'm just not all that great at it. So I'd rather just spend my gold on buying packs and hoping.
Yep.
That I get the ones that I
Now,
want.
the other side of that, though, is that,
Which
right,
doesn't
you're
happen.
at least going to get a pack out of your arena run, right?
Yeah.
But you're
So-
not going to be able to choose a pack. It's going to be
No.
the pack of the previous expansion. So
It'll
if
be
you
the
play
pack
arena
of
right
an
now,
expansion, isn't it?
no, it's the previous one. It's no
Always?
longer classic. It's no longer classic. All the
I
packs
thought-
you get from arena now are GVG.
I thought they were all just shaken up.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, at least in my experience, every time I've done arena, it's been GVG. So I
What?
think they're sort of
Does it
upgrading.
say?
Yep.
Oh. No, it doesn't sound.
Experience-wise,
No, it doesn't say
it's been all GVG for me. I haven't got a single classic pack since I think either Grand Tournament or Black Rock Mountain came out. It's probably Black Rock Mountain.
I will investigate.
Go for it.
He started a new arena.
I did, yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of it, really. It's a shame that these decks aren't as strong as they once were. But,
They got old.
Times have changed.
They got old.
More cards, and more powerful cards, and cards that synergize better with other cards have been introduced into the game. And so, until Blizzard changes something, then that's the way it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game.
That's the game.
Yep. And in case you're watching this thinking, you haven't done a big deck player in a long time, Mr. Matt Sparks, you'd be right. And that's because every time I go and look for a deck, it's either really interesting and doesn't win, or it's an aggro deck and wins. And every other deck that I find is an aggro deck. I'm just like, this is just not interesting anymore.
Here's a question:
It's like, here's a big deck player. It's an aggro deck.
Are they slight modifications of common aggro
Yeah,
decks? you
it's
see?
just basically.
And people are making
It'll
like
be like a zoo deck, then someone's taken one or two cards out and put another 1 or 2 cards in.
and then they've renamed
And
it
that's-
as their own thing.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, what's the point in me spotlighting a deck that I spotlighted like 6 weeks ago?
Plus or minus 2 cards.
When,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So that's why there hasn't been any big deck players, because, as I say, the interesting decks that I find, Grayson can testament to this, because he was
I watched.
spectating me while I was playing. I found this really interesting priest deck, and it was all about stealing your opponent's cards and using them against
I
your
hate
opponent
that.
and stuff like that.
Even
And it was really cool idea, and I really like, especially like with Entomb that's come into the game recently, and I was like, this is really cool. I like playing priest. I haven't found a decent priest deck for ages. I've got high hopes for this. It's been highly rated on Hearthstone.com, and I played about 7 or 8 games.
You
I
played a
think it
lot of
was,
games.
how was it?
in ranked, and I lost every single one.
Yeah.
Oh no! Was it all aggro?
And I'm
you were
not
facing?
talking like coming close to losing. I got owned every single time.
Oh no!
I was like, well, what is the point in playing fun and imaginative decks if you're just going to get defeated every time?
that was
Because, losing 1 or 2 games, that's not so bad, especially if they were close games. You can still kind of have fun.
Exactly.
But when you're getting beaten like into the ground each time you play a deck, it's just like, this isn't fun anymore.
And it really takes it out of you. It's like...
and
And so there's literally no point in coming up with fun, interesting decks if you want to play on ranked or even in casual, for that matter,
because everyone plays ranking decks in casual nowadays.
So the only
Yeah,
time you can play these fun, imaginative decks is when you're playing with friends who are also playing weird decks. That's the only time you get to play those interesting decks.
Which
and it's a real shame.
dials it back to what I said at the beginning of the podcast: don't burn yourselves out. If you're playing the game and it feels like you're beating your head against a brick wall, just turn off Hearthstone, do something else for a little bit, and then come back to it tomorrow.
I was really hoping that deck was going to do well because, as I say, Priest was my favourite class for a long time. I mean, it was the first one I got to level 60. As you can see, it's level 60 here.
My hunter is almost level
and
60, actually.
I think, let's have a look. Priest deck. I've got 238 wins on my priest, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. But I haven't found a decent. This priest deck here is pretty good. This custom priest deck here, I found this not too long ago. It's not too bad, but it's not as powerful as some of the other priest decks I used to play. But as I say, game's changed now, so you can't really continue playing those. So I'm going to stick with my warrior deck for the time being. I've got a control warrior and a Reno warrior deck. I've got 352 wins on my warrior, and I'm going to stick with that. I've got my face hunter deck because everyone plays face hunter at the beginning of the season, and if you want to get out of the kind of level 20 to 16, 17 bracket, then you just have to suck it up and play a face hunter, unfortunately, just to get out of those brackets, and then you can start playing other things, because that's when people that do play face hunter usually stop. You still come up against them occasionally, but I mean, as you've seen from this podcast, I don't think we actually had any face hunters.
I don't think so.
No, we didn't. No,
not at all.
So,
but they're there. You know, don't.
Oh yeah, of course they're there.
They're just taking a breather.
And yeah, and but I keep my face hunter for the beginning of the season, because it's just such a clusterfuck at the beginning of the season.
it is.
Because everyone's at rank 20 trying to get out of that zone, so everyone's playing face hunter. And it's just awful.
It's the scramble. No one likes the scramble.
Yeah, it's just awful. Yeah, pro tip: beginning of the season, don't bother playing ranked, because it's just awful.
I would recommend waiting about a week or two.
Yeah.
You wait till about maybe the 8th or the 9th of the month, and then you can start playing. Because by then, everyone who's like live streamed and, you know, gone through it all, they're at rank like 10. You know, they're way the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
So stand back, wait for the big brawl to finish, and then, you know.
Just give us a scroll wheel here, Blizz. That's all you have to do. Jesus, it's not difficult. Come on. I want more than 9 decks. God's sake.
I'm sorry, Matt. You're confusing us. 9? What is this number? Double digit? What? And it's interesting though, because they've introduced so many new UI things, but they still can't give us more than 9 decks.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think that'll do for this session. So I shall thank you both for joining me this evening,
as always,
as it has become.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not evening for you yet, Ben, is it?
No, it's 1. Yeah, it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, you got like 5 hours,
so you can.
Yep.
Yeah, you got ages. Yeah. You can. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much, peeps, for watching and or listening, and we will see you again when we can think of something to talk about for an hour or so.
2 hours.
Thanks very much.
Shit,
2 hours.
2 hours.
We'll see you next time. 2 hours?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
We started at like 11.
We really need to go then.
All right.
Thanks very much, peeps. We'll see you next time.
Bye.